All right, welcome back. My name is Chris Sachinelli, and I get to build, buy, and sell simple, profitable businesses every single day. And today we are talking about a super simple growth strategy that is a go to market strategy that practically anybody can use, specifically and explicitly bootstrapping entrepreneurs for sure, to be able to get to market and get some validation for your product, get some feedback, and decide if this is something that you need to change, lean into, iterate with, or if it's a winner, that you could just hit the more button around, right? So the goal here, this is one of many strategies. If you're a part of the Bootstrapper Capital community, you already know that we have 100 plus growth strategies, and we continue to add more each and every single day for you to be able to launch your business successfully. If you want a little bit of help doing that, you can reach out to us at simpleprofits.io. That's our advisory business for Bootstrapper Capital, where we help you do what we do for ourselves, which is to build wedge equity, which is to get to operational excellence and then ultimately grow your revenue machine and pull the levers on your revenue engine. So today's strategy is specifically focused on simple, and it's specifically focused on the things that you can control, right? So if you've ever gone to market before, if you've ever launched, right? Go to market is when you're launching your business. If you've ever done that, you know it's not easy, right? It's definitely not easy. And it requires massive, massive, massive action, right? It's definitely not easy. Just like simple, right? Simple is not easy, but simple works. This is a simple strategy that is 100% controllable based off of the actions that you take, right? So I love strategies that you can control, especially for the go-to-market, especially if you're launching lean, right? Especially if you're a bootstrapper and you're leveraging your own resources, right? Like you are your VC, right? If that's the case, then you want to use things that are capital efficient, super simple, and easy for you to control in terms of your activity and your actions. This is one of those strategies. That being said, many of these strategies that don't scale, right? They're not things that you want to, abuse or really hit the more button with. There's just things that you want to implement, test, try, and leverage until you get enough qualified feedback and validation to be able to move things forward in another way, right? So there's an asterisk there. There's 100% an asterisk there. Do this, but do it the right way, right? So in this strategy, it's very, very, very simple. It's going to be so simple that it's probably going to blow your mind. It's funny that a lot of folks don't do this or have thought about this, but it's kind of outside the box. So when you're going to market, you should have your personas, right? Your persona is your ideal customer. Like, who are they? What do they look like, right? What problem? Whose problem are you solving, pretty much? Who's your ideal customer? Who's your ideal buyer? And why? Once you have your personas, you should be able to create a targeted list, right? So who are my ideal customers? I love to start with a target 100, right? What are the 100 best customers that fit this persona perfectly? I highly recommend that you take time doing research, right? I know a lot of us want to sometimes cut corners because, time is a real thing, especially when you're bootstrapping and it's your budget and every day is costing you money, especially every day that you're not making money, right? Life is a real thing. I get that. But take time building your target 100, right? Really, really, really research. Leverage LinkedIn, leverage all these tools that are out there and available for you to get insights and intel. Visit the websites, profile the people, really make sure that who you're talking to is who you want to talk to, and make notes. So while you're going through this process, make notes for yourself, which ultimately becomes some level of a talk track that you're going to leverage inside the strategy. Okay, so let's get to the strategy quickly. Once you have your target 100 list, right? So the list of the top companies, the top customers that you want to target, what I want you to do is visit their website. The reality is most of these customers on their website, they're going to have something like a book a call. One of the top challenges that folks have when it comes to go to market, where a lot of money gets wasted in terms of spend, time gets wasted in terms of spend, time gets wasted in terms of traction or ability to catch traction, right? Momentum is everything in your go to market. You want to get to critical mass, or like what your minimal viable traction goal is, customers and revenue. You want to get to ramen noodle revenue type of thing. You want to get to your critical mass as fast as humanly possible. Like that increases the likelihood of success and traction of your business exponentially, right? We are in the business with Bootstrapper Capital of buying businesses. We get to see what people do wrong every single day, right? And not getting to traction or overcomplicating or spending too much time over investing in terms of a go-to-market or building a product to be perfect. All of these things are ultimately what kills companies. These are all company killers. This is a simple strategy that you could deploy to be able to move things forward fast, right? Go to your target 100 list, find where they have a book a call, right, already available, and book a call. That's it. It's that simple. You don't have to do outbound. You don't have to do content marketing. You don't have to do paid advertising. You don't have to do all of these things that are targeting these people to get them to talk to you. That's difficult. That's difficult, especially when you don't have a track record. You haven't seeded the community or the ecosystem to build the relationships and the rapport and the trust to be able to earn that. If you need to growth hack that, if you need to cut to the chase and figure things out fast, go to the source. Go to your target customer site, book a call. When you book a call, you're probably, depending on who your persona of customer is, it's likely either going to be a founder themselves or the person you're trying to get in touch with. If you target, smaller organizations or SMBs, mom and pops, startups, bootstrap companies, etc., there's a good chance you'll get a founder because a lot of founders do sales, right? Or if it's not, and you're, maybe middle market or upstream or whatever the case is, it's going to be a salesperson. Depending on who it is and depending on your persona, I want you to craft a talk track. I want you to craft a call script. And it's going to sound different depending on who you're targeting. But here are some examples, right? So say you're targeting a middle market company or a growth company or a company that you don't think the founder is going to be on the call with. Say it's a salesperson that you're booking a call with. You're going to get on there and you're going to respect the heck out of them, right? Because their job is to do sales and you just took time on their calendar that's removing an opportunity from them to do their job, which is super selfish. So I need you to be selfish, to be selfless, to be selfishist. And I need you to think about the big picture and make it a win-win-win for everybody, right? So the first thing that I want you to do is acknowledge that, like, you don't want to abuse this and you want to give, right? Always give to get. Give way more than you expect in return, right? So if that's the concept, and you know that you're going to be on somebody's call and you're going to be having a conversation with somebody who's trying to hit quota, right? Just somebody doing their job, be respectful of that and have a tight talk track that starts with telling your story, right? If your story is you just lost your job and you started a business because, you need to supplement your income. If there's an origin to your story, share it, right? Especially if there's value to that, right? Build rapport fast, build an emotional connection fast, right? If that's not the case, if you're bootstrapping business, you just started. Hey, I just launched this company. I'm currently bootstrapping it. All of the revenue, all the money, it's all coming in on my bank account. I'm trying to get to market. I'm trying to understand if this is something that people actually want. Your company, your team, your business, you are my perfect customer. I know you can understand that. I know you can relate to that, right? Get to the point fast, right? Build a story that communicates something, right? In terms of the why, and then get to the story fast. I would like to get in contact. I've tried everything. I have not been able to get in contact with, and then insert the name of the person that you're trying to get in contact with, the founder, the owner, the COO, the CTO, whoever that point of contact is. Show the fact that you researched, show the fact that you are intentionally doing this, show the fact that they really are your ideal customer persona, then relate. I know that you could relate to this, right? I know that I booked this call. This is supposed to be a demo. I know you do sales, right? But if you could help me, right? If you could help me, I would truly appreciate that, right? I would love to get in contact with, insert the name again, because give a reason, right? Folks are exponentially more likely to help you when you give a reason. Because if you just insert the word because, folks respond to that tremendously. So insert a because, right? If you could just make an intro to me, if you could send an email, to person, with me. I already have a template that I wrote. I can make it super simple for you. I could share it with you right now. Right? If you're willing to do this, then as soon as I get that email into my inbox, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to copy your email, and I will send you back a gift card as a thank you. Right? And then give. Right? Create something that is a give, a system of reciprocity. I'm also going to share my LinkedIn with you. You'll have my LinkedIn profile. If there's any connections, if there's any people that I'm connected with, right, I would be more than happy to make those introductions for you, whether it's potential prospects or somebody else, partners, or your next gig, whatever it is. I want to make that intro to you. I truly need this, right? I really, really, really do need to be able to figure out if this is the right fit. I have everything on the line right now, right? If you could please do this for me, it would mean the world to me, because would you be willing to? And then ask in position and pose the question, right? Any variation of a script like that, any variation of a track like that, any variation of an ask to a give with everything wedged in the middle tends to work. And you'll be surprised by how many folks will take the small action of helping you. And then from those introductions, those warm introductions, how many meetings with the right people you'll book. So instead of taking all of this time to outbound prospect and 1 in 100 respond and all these things, then you're trying to break in and all this stuff, leverage like these other resources, leverage these other networks, manufacture a network, right? And so your objectives here are simple. Tell your story, ask for the intro, reciprocate with value. And you want to make sure that the reciprocation is always more than the ask, right? If you're going to give somebody more than what you're asking for, the likelihood of them helping you is really, really high. If they can help you, it's a warm intro to the right person. You now have a warm intro into that conversation. Oftentimes, you'll also figure out when they share the links and things of that nature, you can see like what meeting tools they work. And sometimes you can actually reverse engineer what the calendar link is for the person that you're targeting in the first place, and you can just put yourself on their call, right? So there's little ways that you could increase the odds of yourself ending up on the other side of a conversation with the right person at the right time to have the right conversation to get to the right outcomes. Super simple tactic. This is one of many. If you enjoyed this content, please let us know in the comments below. We're still trying to figure out what resonates the best with our audience, with you, with the investopreneurs, the bootstrappers, the folks that are building, buying, and selling simple profit businesses every single day. Please let us know if you like it. Do that like and the subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.